Hi everyone and welcome to IronmanLIVE.com's ramp-up show this weekend, brought to you by Ford. We're here for the fourth time in Louisville for the Ford Ironman Louisville, Kentucky, and we're sitting down here at the moment out in front of the Sports and Social Club. This is the finish line. It's yet to be built, but I tell you what, come tomorrow afternoon, this place will be electric and very loud. So joining me this weekend in commentary is Chris McDonald, the two-time Ironman champion from Australia. How are you, Chris?
Good, yeah, good, Greg. I'm really excited to be here. The atmosphere is starting to build here in Louisville, and like you say, we're at the finish line here, and hopefully it'll be a really good weekend of racing.
Good to see you on the other side. Well, we see you on the other side of the camera anyway, but good to see you on the chairs with us this weekend in commentary. You were the inaugural champion here in Louisville, and you're also another Ironman, Ford Ironman, Wisconsin champion as well. Okay, this weekend we're going to have plenty of action here this weekend. Also, we're having another Ironman happening up in Penticton, Canada, with the Ironman Canada happening at the same time. So Louisville and Canada being our last qualifiers for the 2010 Ford Ironman World Championship coming up October 9. Okay, moving right along, the age groupers this weekend. Going to be fantastic to see over 2,400 of age groupers jumping into the Ohio River at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's going to be fantastic to see that. But I tell you what, we've got a little bit of an age group brewing here, Chris. We've got two 80-year-olds going for it, and one we've already got qualified for Hawaii, and the other one we've got trying to get to Hawaii.
Yeah, exactly, Greg. We've got Lou Hollander and Bob Scott. They'll be opening a new age group in Kona, the 80-plus age division. When you think about these guys, I mean, they were in their late 60s, early 70s when they took the sport up. So it's truly inspirational to see them battling it out, and seeing the two of them talking a little smack between each other too.
Yeah, we like to see 80-year-olds smack in Ironman triathlon for sure. It's always a good thing. Bob Scott is a fantastic athlete. We know what he's capable of doing. He's already holding some of the world records in the over 70 division over there in Kona, so we know what's going to happen if he qualifies for Kona and gets there. All right, time to talk to a couple of our age group athletes. We've got a guy from Chicago that drove all the way down here to get ready for his first Ironman. It's Mark Kraft from Chicago. Let's listen to what he had to say.
So I got married in July, and my wife's family lives in Louisville, so it was my only excuse to get away from Chicago to come down to Louisville because there's family down here. So I'm excited. I came in last night and driving on 65, going south, I kind of pulled over to the slow lane to see the transition because I thought it was all lit up already. So it's really excited and got kind of the shivers, and yeah, got the Ironman juice going, you know.
It's great to hear that Mark's got his Ironman juice flowing. I'm sure you'll have a great experience on your first shot at the Ironman distance. We also spoke to a local here from Louisville. It's 28-year-old Erin Bibelhauser, and let's see what she had to say.
This is my very first one. I've done one half Ironman, and I love it because it's a great way to be in shape. I meet a lot of great people doing it too. Louisville's such a great place to do it. I mean, it's, once you find out somebody's training along with you, it's instant buddy. And not only that, your friends and family are here, so you get them involved, and your support network doing it at home, it's phenomenal.
Well, that was Erin Bibelhauser, first timer from Louisville. Can't wait to see you go around, Erin. Okay, we're going to go over to Chris, and what are your top 5 things for the week, mate?
My top 5 things to look for on this course, Greg. To start with here, we've got the swim. It's a time trial start for the age groupers, so a little different concept. For me, the swim could be a little front heavy on effort, as you have 0.6 of a mile or 1 kilometre upstream before you make the U-turn around Rabbit Island and then come back downstream in the Ohio River. The second thing, start your nutrition early on the bike. We have 10 miles of flat before we get into the rolling hills. You can prime your stomach, get your nutrition going in that first 10 miles. That'd be something I'd do, a really good tip. The third thing, be patient on the hills. We have a rolling course. Don't spike your power or your effort as you're cresting all those little hills. 1 or 2 doesn't seem like a lot, but once you start to go in 15, 20 times over those little cresting hills, everything adds up. So be patient over the top of the hills. Number 4, mentally break the run into segments. In Louisville here, we have one dead straight road out and back for the run. So really try and break the run into sections. It'll just make it a little mentally easier to deal with, and you'll be able to get through that 26 miles a lot easier. The fifth and definitely last but not least, my favourite saying is really be comfortable with being uncomfortable. If you can embrace that feeling, you'll have a fantastic day.
Well, sounds like a lot of fun out there, doesn't it?
It does. You've got to keep it fun.
Okay, mate. All right, it's going to be good because your first time here, mate, you won the race, so that's all well and good. Okay, we're going to go over to the Ford Course Explorer right now. Take a look at this over this wonderful course here in Louisville. The 2.4 mile swim starts right here. At 6:50 a.m. in the morning, the professional athletes will get underway. But at 5:30 in the morning, all the age group athletes come down and line up for their spot in the line, because at 7 a.m. over 2,500 athletes will get underway on this swim course. But it's first in, best dressed. They'll go over a race timing mat right here as we stand, jump in here to the Ohio River, swim half a mile up this way past Towhead Island. They do a sharp left-hand turn, then swim all the way down the other way on the Ohio River. They get out at transition area, and that's where they'll be met in transition by their bikes and the 112-mile bike ride to come. So when they get to this point here, this is the finish of the 2.4 mile swim, the man-made stairs here in the Ohio River. They will hop out of the river here and run all the way up into the transition area. It's only about a 200-yard run, but it's all uphill. Now, what lies behind me right now is a transition area ready for just under 3,000 athletes. As they come out of the water, they'll run into the change tents over here, grab their bikes, and then head out on the freeway side where they'll go out onto the bike course proper. 112 miles waits for them right there.
The bike course is rather interesting because you are constantly changing gears. There's only a flat section in the first 10, 15 miles or so. You're always constantly asking yourself how you feel. If you're pushing too hard going up a hill, you absolutely can do that, and you'll do it way too many times because there's a lot of hills.
Bike course, 112 miles, starting at an elevation of 420 feet, and about 900 feet is the top of the course when they get out to the township of LaGrange. River Road, they'll head out on the River Road first of all on the 42, and then they will get out to a turnaround point. They will go out and back for about 5 miles, and then back to the 393. Once they hit the 393, it's over to the 146 and the township of LaGrange. Before they get to LaGrange, though, they go through beautiful horse country. A lot of the thoroughbred horses are born and raised in this wonderful area. Not so surprising, as Churchill Downs is just down the street. After LaGrange, they will head out to the 153 and back onto the 42 for another time. Then it is another loop. It is 2 loops out on this course and head all the way back in on the River Road to complete the 112-mile bike course. So T2 is just exactly the opposite of T1. For the swim to bike, they go out this way on their bike. Well, T2, the bike to run, they come in off the bike this way, back off River Road, off the freeway side of things here, back into transition area. They will hand off their bikes to some of the volunteers here, which are absolutely wonderful. Then they will go into the change tents and get ready for the 26.2 miles here in Louisville.
I hear the run course is pretty much flat, so that's a nice perk to doing the run after a hilly bike ride. So I'm just going to make sure to keep a close eye on my pace and not overdo it.
Louisville rocks! This place is awesome. The volunteers are awesome. I'm coming back.
The run course, 26.2 miles. It is a 2-loop course. They head out on 3rd Street. They go through town in Louisville, downtown here, and then they head out onto 4th Street. And then when they get out to Papa John's Cardinal Stadium, that is the football stadium for the University of Louisville, they will head past that and Churchill Downs, the famous Kentucky Derby, out on the Southern Parkway before doing a U-turn and coming back into town. 6.5 miles out, 6.5 miles coming back in for the 13.1 miles. They'll do that twice. They swam in the Ohio River, they rode through the beautiful Kentucky countryside, and they ran past Churchill Downs on the run course. What a beautiful course. But the best part is they're going to finish at 4th Street Live. Thousands of screaming fans will meet them at the finish line. Yes, that was our Ford Course Explorer. Absolutely beautiful course here for the race tomorrow. Okay, Chris, we're going to go over to the top 5 men. What are your predictions?
Top 5 men. We'll look at early swim leader John Flanagan. I think John will lead out of the water. Then we've got a group of swim bikers. We have Tim Marr from the USA. Also Paul Ambrose racing for Great Britain. I think they'll be probably end up together for a great swim bike combo. Also some great runners in here. We have Jason Shortus, Sergio Marquez, Max Longray, all capable of sub 250 marathons. My dark horse is Martin Jensen from Denmark, a silver medalist in the ITU Long Course World Champs. I'd put a little $5 each way on Martin Jensen for my bet here.
Okay, you are a betting man because you are in Louisville, and Churchill Downs is just about 3 miles from where we're sitting right now. Okay, over to our top 5 women. Nina Kraft, our defending champion, is here. I'd have to say that she's one of our pre-race favourites. Also, Lisbeth Christensen from Denmark. She raced a couple of weeks ago but DNF'd, and she finds herself here at the moment, so she's ready for this race as well. Hilary Biscay and Kim Loeffler are the Americans to look out for in the race, as is Bree Wee, but the dark horse for the race this weekend is definitely Rebecca Keat from Australia. She won the challenge race just a couple of weeks ago in Copenhagen, and now she finds herself on the start line here in Louisville.
Okay, we heard from another one of our age group athletes here, Kurt Carl from Madison, Indiana. Kurt's 73 years old. This is his 39th Ironman and has been to Kona an amazing 17 times.
My first Ironman was in Kona, 87. And here I'm still doing this, and I hope to do it till I'm 80. I want to go back to Kona maybe 3 more times, and after 80 I'll just see what goes from there. It's not about age, it's about training. So I intend to keep doing that, working on improving my training so that I can make that 80 if I'm still living. You know, you just run out of so that's my goal. Okay.
Okay, we had some nice words there from Kurt Carl, talking about racing until he's 80 years old, wanting to give Lou Hollander and Bob Scott a little run for their money.
Well, that's going to be good to see at 80 years old. I just want to be alive at 80 years old. The message to the age group is this week brought to you by the official fragrance of Ironman, and that is Avon. And this course is consistently inconsistent. And what I mean by that is the first 10 miles of the bike course and the last 10 miles, they're on the flats. But everything in between, about 90 miles of this course, is just rolling hills, up and down, out of the saddle, out to LaGrange. When you get to LaGrange, you do 2 loops out there. It's absolutely gorgeous, but what you have to focus on is staying consistent, and that is with nutrition, that is with the turning circles on the bike. Just make sure that you're pedaling nice round circles and just make it on back to the finish line there for the bike course. Now, out onto the run course, it is dead flat, so that is going to be consistent. Again, just think about your nutrition and you will get yourself all the way back into the finish line here. Okay, that is the message to the age groupers. That is brought to you by the official fragrance of Ironman, Avon.
All right, Welsh, you're always handing out a little or some great stage advice to the age groupers here. We've got a message from some age groupers. They've got a little advice for yourself on a few of the things you should sample here in Louisville.
Whiskey to go to the Bourbon Trail. The famous Hot Brown, which is comes out of the Brown Hotel. It's an open-faced turkey sandwich, essentially, with his own special spice.
Well, yeah, anything fried is big.
I think here in the Midwest, especially in the upper portion of the South, that people love their fried foods. That's something that I've long since steered clear of. I have had a deep-fried Snickers bar, but the Twinkie has not quite hit my palate yet.
Welchie, if you're looking for something sweet and to get your calories in, you can try the Krispy Kreme burger at the Kentucky State Fair, or if you want something a little lighter, you can go for the deep-fried Snicker bar.
Thanks very much, Aaron, but I don't need your advice. You know why? Because I'm going to go visit my old mate, Colonel Sanders. Okay, Chris, the weather this weekend going to be fantastic. We're looking at temperatures in the 90s, the low 90s. The humidity is going to be right up there on the race day, so it's going to be a little bit of a factor.
Definitely. The heat's always a factor here in Louisville. It's something you have to think about with your race day strategy, your nutrition. I'm sure everyone coming to race here in Louisville had expectations of high 80s, low 90s, so they will have sampled all the right nutrition and figured out their race day plan.
Figured out their race day plan, so we've got great temperatures for this race this weekend. Today's IronmanLIVE ramp-up show has been brought to you by Ford. Tomorrow, watch all the action from here, right down here at 4th Street Live. We'll be out front of the Sport and Social Club all day long. We'll be bringing you action all the way up to the midnight hour. Also on IronmanLIVE.com, you can watch us, but on Ironman.com, you can go to the live box, just click on live coverage, and you'll be able to see all the action all day long as well. All right, well, it's great to have Chris McDonald with us for the first time, filling in for Lisa Bentley this weekend. How have you enjoyed it so far?
It's been great, Greg. I'm excited to be here with you and really looking forward to bringing the coverage to all the people tomorrow.
Okay, for Chris McDonald, I am Greg Welch. IronmanLIVE, bringing the Ironman experience to you.